Okay, that's bizarre.
Well, I don't know. That says live.
Well, let's find
Somebody
out.
comment in. Are we actually
comment
out there
in
right now?
if we're on there. We have no idea.
Mom says posted too, but I don't see them.
Okay, well, all right. Let's give this a shot. We should be. The event's not stopped. It's live, and that's going on. It says we're going here. Says
Ben, are you still out there?
In live stream. Let's refresh this. It says we're out. It says we're going there. Let's see.
Hey.
Well, hi, Penny. We see
hi.
you.
I
Okay.
See
well,
Penny.
okay. We see people coming on, so I don't know
There's
what's happening.
Ben.
All right.
Okay.
Do we need to go through the entire opener again? Do we need to do that? Do we need to go through the entire countdown? Do we need to play
don't do the whole countdown.
music? Do we need something? I don't know what we need. But
can you hear that music out there?
we hope you can hear this music. It's
Well, if they
goofy
hear the
music.
They probably can't hear
It's goofy
us.
music, but you know, should be able to hear it. Okay, so they'll just tell us if they heard the music or
chat box
not.
was not there in the beginning.
Oh, the chat box was not there.
Oh, we're on. Okay.
Okay, good. All
Thank
right.
you,
Well, just so you know, just reminding all you beautiful people that are out there, this is a test. This is definitely a test. And sometimes we'll be looking right at the camera just so you can see these faces. But sometimes we're going to be looking down here and trying to find out, you know, what's going on. We're seeing things. I can't hear the music.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you, Penny.
Good.
We got that. Penny, I just seeing your picture there, your smiling face, and Ben and Joey's picture there. I see they're on. I know there's some other people on there, but because we're testing this I needed to give a reminder out there that this is being broadcast even in test mode, which is why we have all of the reminders on here that this is just a test.
So if you happen to stumble upon this right now,
yes,
then,
because
just a test.
Yes, a test because
hey, there's Rod. Hi, Rod.
Hey, Rod. We are doing it as just a test because we want people to be able to see. Oh my, what's going on? I got other pictures coming in. We want to be able to test this equipment. We want to be able to test several things tonight, and we're broadcasting right now on my personal page, on Eternal Impact's web page. Yes, we are literally putting the credibility of the ministry on the line right now. Because we're going to delete it when it's done, but we had to see if people are seeing it out there. So the chat box, it says from the beginning, was there from the beginning for you. Okay, thank you, Penny. We need to know that. And then if you guys want to even switch over and can look at it from the Eternal Impact page or from my personal Facebook page or YouTube, we love knowing, you know, that it's working on different platforms. So, and if you can't get to those, I think everyone knows we're setting up eternalimpact.org/livestream, so you can just click there and go to one of those channels. But we're going to test several things tonight. Here they are. I'm just going to let you know. Number one is what we're saying already, comments. We're using a software that, and by the way, let's talk about volume first before we even talk about that. Can you hear me okay and Jennifer okay? Because I know I have a much softer, gentler, sweet kind of voice.
Well,
hers is very booming and overwhelming at times. So let's just make sure. Go ahead, Jennifer. Tell them something.
Yeah, so Ben's saying he doesn't see the feed on your Facebook page, and that's what I was just going to go check. It's not there.
It's not there. Okay.
Nope.
Well, hey, good. I'm
good to
not
know.
embarrassing myself in front of friends.
Okay, good. The volume's good.
Maybe we're on the different practice stream because it says here live stream, Live It Out live stream practice test, and it should be. Look, it says it should be going to all of those. It says that it should be going to Eternal Impacts, John Garrick's on Facebook. It should be going to the Live It Out test. Some people got a test, like Penny. You might be able to. Oh, and Penny says, great volume. Thank you, Penny. No one ever says that about me, so I'm assuming you must be talking about Jennifer. So,
He doesn't come with a volume button.
Now, the question is a good balance? That's what we'd like to know, balance-wise. Are you able to hear me and Jennifer? We're using a single mic setup, but just, let us know. And then there also should be on that test stream, and then YouTube, of course, should be there. So I really don't know why it would not be on my personal page. But you've checked too?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on Facebook or on your page.
You know, see, I might refresh that.
How refreshing.
How refreshing. Huh. Well, that's a little strange. Well, we need to know that.
Yep.
That's
the only place
know.
I'm seeing it is
the test
YouTube.
page and
Are
YouTube.
any of you guys on Facebook
Rod's
right
on
now?
YouTube, and it's all good. Okay, good.
Okay.
I love
Well,
Rod.
YouTube's working.
I must say, however, it's time for you to add a profile picture on there. You know, for your YouTube channel.
Red R
right
just
now, the
doesn't do it.
pinkish red R just it's not communicating clearly what we know of you in depth. So great volume though. Thank you for that. It's not streaming on Facebook, Ben says, as far as I can see. It was initially, but I don't see it now.
It stopped.
That is interesting. Very interesting. So I don't know what that's about. So we'll have to, that's good. That's why we're practicing. We can figure that out. But mainly we're wanting to do the test group in Facebook and YouTube tonight anyway. I just kind of threw it out there through a software we use, Restream, to see if it would go. And I don't know why it's not, but we'll figure it out. Hey, Ken and Norma Calhoun just jumped on here, and they have the dark red K for Ken on their I think we need a profile picture for Ken and Norma that they put up there.
It stopped here too.
It stopped where? On YouTube?
Yeah.
No, you got to push play. You just haven't pushed.
No, I mean, it was going and then it stopped.
Oh, well, I don't know, but there it is.
It stopped
Strange.
when Ken and Norma
Okay,
jumped on.
yeah,
Hi,
well,
Ken and Norma.
Yeah, let us know if anything doesn't, is not working. Okay, one last question. I want to know if you can, we're going to do a little test. Ben just said, I think the stream stopped right before it really started at 6 p.m. Huh. That is so strange. Okay, well, we'll make that work. Okay, and hey, Drew Kinnaman.
And Melanie.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Cool. Hello from Drew and Melanie. Hi, you guys. And the kiddos are there. Oh,
Yay.
I wish I could see them live.
know.
All right, well, just so you know, this is what we're planning to do tonight on our test. Okay, we got less than an hour. We're going to whip through this. And tonight we're wanting to check comments, which you guys are already helping us with. And again, for those that are just jumping on, we're using some software that allows those that are watching on YouTube, as well as those that are watching on Facebook channels, to be able to come in as one. And we're debating right now about the possibility, if it's not too much for us to figure out tech-wise, we're going to embed it on the eternalimpact.org/livestream, so that those that are on neither platform would be able to have that. So we'll see what happens there. But what we're also wanting to do is this. We're wanting to check focus. We want to make sure, we got a new lens on the camera. We want to make sure it's clear and that it looks good. Then we also want to be able to just see the quality of the framing and make sure that's good. Right now, we're just in my office studio, but we're trying to make it versatile enough to where we can be on the road with this, as well as have a little lighter studio that's just a little brighter background, etc. So we're going to work on that, but we just want to make sure with this new lens that we're focused. It's easy when we're with one person, but it's a little more difficult when it's two of us because the camera.
We're a bit dark.
Yeah, are we a bit dark? Is that what it says? You're a bit dark and contrasty. Well, thank you. Your picture is sharp and clear for Penelope. I love that. It's Penny. Penny, can I call you Penelope? I love that. I just love that. So anyway, it looks good on YouTube from what we understand, but we'll work on, lighting and that a little bit as well. So framing, we want to do that. We also want to do sound quality. So in just a sec, we're going to do a couple sound checks with some music. We had some music playing in the very beginning that was not coming through. And so we need to work on that. So we've got good focus, low exposure. Oh man, very technical, very technical. And I can color Penelope. Oh, I love that. All right. So sound quality, let's talk about that right now.
Ben says it sounds good.
The sound is good. Okay. Well, then let's try, first of all, music. The good sync of sound as well. That's good. Let's try music. I want to know if you can hear that music in the background, and we're about 10 seconds delay, so, we're playing it, and we'll hear. I just want to hear if you hear the little, strumming back there, and And now this is called loud. So if you're making comments, let me know if you can even hear my voice or if it's just the music's too loud. Or if that's good, let me know.
Just barely.
Okay,
So
Ben
the
says
volume needs up on the
barely,
music.
but when I turned it up and then I said loud, let me know if that, can hear the music, loud now and still hear your voice. Okay. Yes, that's loudish, not obnoxious.
Not obnoxious,
Oh, good. Yes, on music, too loud. Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of thought when I turn it up.
It's
Better when I bring
now.
it down. Yeah, okay.
Better now.
That makes sense, especially when I'm going to talk over. All right, we're going to do one on a sound check. This is going to be, just so you know, let me give you a little backstage here as to what you're getting. This is a camera. This is what we're seeing. This is the adventure that that we see. You know, we got cameras, you know, up here. Here's our main camera right here. And then we've got the screen in front of us, and Jennifer's got her computer. I've got my computers over here, and all this, the mic. And then what you can't see, if you back up over here, is another soundboard and a light coming through. So all of that is what we're trying to manage and maneuver. And because we're not going to have a production person, we just don't have that in the budget. Yes, thank you. We're trying to do this all on our own, which is good. We're learning, and it's going to be a great adventure. So I want to play some music through the Rodecaster, which is the mixer that I just showed you, and I want to see if you're hearing that, because for some reason I don't think that's going through, and we'll fix that this week if it's not. So,
Hey, Roger's
music.
on there now.
Hey, Roger.
Are there any
refreshments at the end of the
if you
hour?
want to meet us somewhere,
Yes, let me know.
downtown.
We're happy. We'll meet you in Happy Valley. We're done here right at 7 o'clock. And do we have plans?
Yeah.
I'm starving. I'm starving.
a bit more lighting in the background.
Well, good. Let's a bit more lighting in the background. That's good. Yeah, and this, like I was saying before too,
very dark in
it's
here.
dark in the back, which this works really good when I'm doing meetings because it's right here and it's, you know, Zoom meetings and all. But you're right. We need a little more light back there, and we think we're going to do another set over here with a white background that'll kind of brighten it up a bit. So thank you for that. That's good.
Roger and Penny are in
They're in Central Oregon right now.
That's a bit of a commute.
Say hello to sisters for us. Cara Springs. By the way, let me just say, since Penny and Roger are on there, it is such a privilege to think that we're going to come and host once down at this. I think, are we in August scheduled? We're in the process of setting up with different partners to be hosting at different retreat spaces from Hawaii to Colorado to Central Oregon to other areas, just prototyping and learning and growing before we launch into our own space. So really cool to be able to be down there. So we're going to be in Cara Springs for a week sometime. And Roger, I guess I'm supposed to reach out to you. Eric told me to. So I will be doing that, and we'll get set for the time to come down and see when we can be of use at other times. So anyway, back to what we're doing. Music. I want to see if you can hear this. Okay, I'm playing music right now. Jennifer and I can hear it in our headsets. You know, we have little in-ears. And so we can hear it. We don't know if you can. And it's really cool. So if you can't hear it, we just need to know that. So let me know if you hear this music that's on right now. If not, then you didn't. So let's see. We got a bit. Too loud. Sorry, I'm being nitpicky. The music too loud or voices? Now, Ken says yes, so you must have heard music. So someone didn't, Rebecca
Just
Burcham
a bit
didn't
loud.
hear. Down half. Okay, that's fair enough.
Go down half.
By the way, Ben, do you mean our audio of our voice that we're speaking, or do you mean the music that just came out? I assume you mean the music, but I want to just confirm that. I wouldn't be offended if you said it's my voice that needs to go down for sure. Loud music, can't understand voices. Okay, now, Melanie, that is a very cute picture of you two. It looks, don't you think that's about a year old? 2 years? 3, I don't know. That looks a little older. But no music. You didn't hear any music. Wait a minute. Ben didn't hear music. Kinnaman said yes.
No, he's saying no, the music.
Oh, no, the music. I see. Gotcha. Okay. No, the music's too loud. Okay, let's try that again then. Here we go. We're going to do music. And now, here's the question about the music. There's a few times when you want to hear our voice like right now. So the question is the music good for you hearing our voice? Or is it also too loud for you guys there? So let's find that out first. Is the music good with or without our voices here? It was the music that was too loud. Okay, yeah, audio and voice good. Okay, so let's just see what the responses are now in regards to, because again, we've got a 10-second delay, so we'll see what the responses come through. Because our goal is to be able to have music that's a little louder during the intro, and then to be able to bring it down at times where we want to talk over it. Good for voice with a little music. Okay, music a little loud with voice. Okay, that's good. Those help us to know. So if we were going back to the countdown, okay, so say we're in a countdown and we're starting the show, kind of like this, and
fighting over the bubble.
We're going to put music on now. Let us know if this is good intro when you're not going to hear our voices. By the way, you can use the number on there, like it says 437, 435, whatever, and say 430, like 430 it's good, or whatever. Tell me, because I'm going to move the volume. 20. 410. Now this is the 410. Good volume, 420. Okay, so we got good volume at 420 with no voices. So if it's just intro music. So 410, 415, it was good. Okay, 415 and 420 were about the same. 410, good. Okay.
420, so right around
420.
there.
Okay, see, some people like the little louder.
415.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, we'll go back to that. That helps. So you're writing that down.
Yeah.
Good. 420 intro. Super. All right. And we already asked the question about sound quality. Rebecca Burcham, a.k.a. Mom. So good to see you on there as well. Thanks again for everybody helping us out tonight. All right. So we're going to do a quick focus check.
Louder's a bit more exciting.
Louder's a bit more exciting.
I agree.
Man. Roger, Penelope is correct on that tonight. If you're hearing that, she is right. Louder's a little better.
Spot on.
All right. So, okay, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to blast anybody. We don't want distortion or things like that. But we'll try 420. We'll work with that one. 420 means the time, but we've got written down what that is. So, I better do that, by the way. I better put on there what that means for that's
the
1,
intro
2,
music.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but I need to know what it is on the mixer. Level 6. So, okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, but it does for you.
But it does. Okay. What about sound effects? Are you hearing those? Are those coming through? Oh, it sounds like sisters in the morning. Don't be afraid. Okay. Is that going through? Just let me know if the sound effects are going through on that end. Yes. Yes, we're hearing. Okay. Yes, from YouTube land.
Let's practice a dad joke.
And that's good. Okay, I'm going to walk through just briefly. I think we've got all of our framing. We have focus. We got comments. Comments are coming through. This is so encouraging to know that the software is working. I won't bore you with the technology and the details of it, but Jennifer is just learning it. I mean, just barely jumping into it. And I've been trying to work with this software, you know, both on the computer and through the internet to make this work. And to be able to have everybody's streams come together is really important. So I'm going to fix whatever, I'm going to find out whatever we need to do with the team to get things to go live next week on my page and on the Eternal Impact page, as well as the test group and YouTube. So next week we will, is that our last week before launch?
Yeah, before we go live. By the way, hi Kim. I see that you joined us.
Well, hi Kim. Welcome from Arizona. So glad that you can jump in to the fun. And is Kim on Facebook or YouTube? Did it say?
YouTube.
Is it? I want to see where
She hasn't commented.
Oh, she hasn't. Okay, but
just
she's on
happened
there.
to see
You
her
see her
there.
on. Okay, cool. Well, Kim, feel free to comment.
She
We
says,
love having
hear
you comment. Okay, so an inch. Tell me what that means. Johnny needs to raise up an inch.
I know. I told you that thing is cutting your face off.
What's this? Yeah. Well, it won't be there forever. Watch this.
Yeah, just get rid of that.
How about that? Is that better? Okay.
I'm actually
Yeah,
taller than
that
you.
will not be there. This will not be the screen that we normally use. This is kind of the test screen that we're using. We'll have different scenes and layers on there. So I think we've got all of the technical type things we needed to get done there, and you can still comment in at all times. We're going to walk you through just briefly what the show's going to look like, and then we want you guys to know that next week we're hopefully going to just do a little tech because we're going to be doing some other practicing prior to get the tech ironed out. But then we're going to kind of run through a little bit more of the show, and it won't be a full hour for sure, but just to kind of give an idea of the flow of what we're doing. But here's the plan. Jennifer, why don't you kind of read through 5 o'clock is what for us? What's it look like for this show to do this?
We're trying to get ourselves set up at 5 o'clock.
That's right. So we get in an hour early.
Yes.
Yep.
Working on the camera and the microphone, the lighting, so that we're not sitting in the dark.
Yep.
And going over our show notes.
Yeah, and then 5:30 at night.
We're going to be welcoming in, if we have a guest, we're going to welcome our guest in to our cyber green room.
That's right, green room, which for those who don't know what that means, it just means that's where people Penny has a good question here, by the way. Is it possible to get both of you at the same level?
Jen looks a bit
your
higher.
Seating.
That's what Ben's
Jennifer looks
saying,
higher,
too.
but she likes the
in this
overpowering,
position,
you know,
I
the kind of
like it.
Yeah, she likes that hey, I'm higher than you kind of a thing. Jennifer, really struggles with pride and stuff too. So I don't know. How do you even do this chair? I don't think I can. I don't think I can
mine
in this
doesn't go any
ergonomically
lower.
beautiful
So
chair.
next time we'll switch chairs and things will be a little better.
So we'll do that. We're actually, because we're just in the set right now, because we're in the set right now, we're going to set it up a little bit better so that it's us. So hard to hear. We're getting from Rebecca Burcham.
And if I move around, you can't hear me.
Oh, it's because
I just don't spend a lot of time around this microphone. You know what I mean? This is John's territory.
John can sit on a pillow. Yes, Penny. That might be good. I could wrap my body in bubble wrap and then make me feel great.
I'll get you a booster seat next time.
So great. Okay, so pre-show is 5:30 for us. When we bring in someone into the green room, the reason we're talking about is digitally, they may be somewhere else. Obviously, they won't be in studio. Not always. Sometimes we'll set them up in studio. But they'll be somewhere else, and we'll bring them in on an interview through the internet, through the magic of the internet. And then, but we get them ready so they're online but not on the screen. And then we'll we'll either have a split screen or, something like that will allow them, to come in. And, we'll bring them in just like this camera that you're seeing, another little webcam that we've got there. This is just a backup camera. And but we'll bring them in from their space, and they'll be there, and we'll have the chance to interview them. And sometimes we'll do the interview ahead of time, and then we'll go into Q&A. But that's the plan. We're going to get better and better at it as we go. So then at 6 o'clock, the music it's a countdown timer. We'll start going at about 5 to 6, and then at 6 o'clock we'll just roll. And our goal with this show is going to be to provide good content around living out the gospel, where you live, work, and play. And we've kind of got the 3 C's that we talk about. Jennifer, what are the 3 C's?
Content and comedy and what?
Comedy. What?
I don't know. What are you looking
You. Okay, we got to work on you. Okay, content, connection, community.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it's 4 and comedy. Jennifer, which we do have that. We have that coming.
Act.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Leslie's on here, and so is David Rains.
Wow, good to see you, David Rains, on
Turn up
here.
your master volume.
Turn up my master volume. you don't have to call me master. Just John is fine. Oh, it's the
Just
volume.
turn your
Okay.
volume.
Volume streaming out. Okay, John, you can try turning your master volume streaming out. Yes, I will turn up the gain a bit on my mic, and we'll see if that
agree.
helps.
We need comedy.
So we do.
A
Matter of
good
fact,
laugh.
Jennifer, did you bring some for tonight? By the way,
Yeah.
some dad jokes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I do want to say we have a couple New Zealanders, or at least one, Leslie, out there. And she says, "Sup, Dave?" And David Rains. I was so privileged to be with David today. So David, good to see you on here, buddy. And I know I texted you and told you, but it is just so awesome to see you and to see your beautiful family. And nice. Put on your mask. Nice. No way, buddy. This is a mask-free zone in the studio. All right. So, okay, the breakdown, when the music fades and we go into the show, we're going to start with a monologue that's going to be about 5 to 7, maybe 8 minutes max, and it's going to be on a subject for Live It Out. So we might even, anything from our talking that you're thinking about, subject matter, things like that?
We could be talking about spiritual disciplines. We can be talking about healthy
You got to go to the
life
mic. I can tell already you're going to have to
rhythms.
talk into that mic. We'll get the mic thing figured out because I'm not hearing you as much. But go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. We'll interview some retreat spaces once in a while just to highlight that, but talking about healthy life rhythms and just how to live out your Christian life everywhere where you live, work, and play.
Yeah. And the goal is to have a dialogue,
Yeah.
kind of like we're sitting around the table. And so some of these people are going to be sitting at dinner from 6 to 7. Some in different time zones, it's going to be after that. They're getting ready for bed. But others, might be doing exercise, whatever, driving down the road. Some will be just listening. And then as the show progresses and we get it down, we'll have Sheree, who's our communications manager. She will then take the audio from the live streams and she'll edit them down probably into a podcast and begin to start putting it out via podcast for those people that listen in that way. So that's why it's important for us to get good audio and to dial that in. And so this next week we'll be working, instead of going single mic, I'll probably just bring in double mic. I'll bring one in for you and we'll help that. But John's volume is stable, but Jennifer fades in and out.
That's because I move around too much, so I'll sit still.
Mm-hmm. Talk just like that and see how it is.
Like I just did?
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now? If I turn and talk to John, because I will look at him when I'm talking. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
How's this volume? Is that better?
All right, so let us know.
Talking to you.
I just love someone to say John is stable, but Jennifer ... That's
and Penny says she hates to say that John's right, but yes, I need to be closer to the mic.
Oh, don't hate it. Enjoy it. Wasn't that fun? Oh, here, I'm going to cut and paste that. John, I'm going to take the I hate say part and just put John is right. I'll make that into a poster. All right. So we are going to have on the show, just so you know, we're going to be doing interviews. And Jennifer said once in a while, but really every month we're going to be probably doing 2. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be interviewing leaders about what it's like to live out the gospel, where they live, work, and play. And we'll probably focus in on like work, an area of recreate, or an area of your home life. And we'll be talking about practical. But it is going to be really practical. The goal is not to have a big teaching time, but to have interactive. And just like we're able to interact here and see people communicating from all over, it's really fun. I mean, even seeing your comments, coming through and seeing Leslie saying hi to Dave and, and all of that, and Penelope, I still got to call Penelope, Penelope, seeing all of the comments is great. And when you're talking about a lot of people on there, it starts getting a lot to manage. So Jennifer, and we'll probably then bring someone else in and they can work mobile. So in other words, then maybe someone here wants to volunteer, or someone on the team will then
someone that's better at this than us.
Yeah, exactly. Because we want to stay focused on the content and on the community. But the reality is that eventually we'll have someone else that will be co-producing and they'll be off-site. So even if we're in New Zealand, even if we're on the road, in Sisters, wherever, that every Thursday night when we're broadcasting, someone else can be managing the thread for us and can be doing. We'll still see it, but that way they can be making comments and getting words back to us and things like that, so we can stay focused. So
Penny says it's okay to call me Penelope.
I know,
Just don't call me
late for dinner. Oh, and she's in Sisters too. They already can't go get dinner.
So,
and Leslie, this is the virtual date. What are you talking about? All right. So let's see. Okay, so we're going to be doing interviews, and then we're also once a month, not just interviews of leaders, but we're also going to be interviewing retreat spaces that are focused on leader care. So like Cara Springs, Roger and Penny, or others. As you guys know, we've been to a lot of retreat spaces over the last year and are connected with many more that we've been building relationships with from a distance. So we're going to be interviewing them so that the body of Christ will know what's going on. Because most in the body of Christ and even leadership don't realize how many opportunities there are for pastors and Christian leaders to be able to rest, get refreshed, and get restored. And because it's such a huge need right now, we want to help amplify the gift that people are giving the body of Christ. And so every month we'll be interviewing a retreat space. And I think that most people will find it's like, wow, I didn't know that existed. It's amazing.
There's some great places out there.
And our goal and our hope is that a year from now or whatever, after interviewing them, that they're just literally full every week, because leaders that need that opportunity are filling that space. We just got another call from someone else on Lake Chelan that has a retreat home on Lake Chelan. It's for 100%.
Families,
pastors
pastoral
and their families.
and Christian leaders to go on vacation for a week.
I think up to a week, yeah.
I think it's a whole week that you get on Lake Chelan.
So anyway, we want to interview those people. We want to make amplify, give them a platform, and help them to do that. And then obviously we want a lot of Q&A. We want to be able to talk to people and get feedback and ask questions. We'll also be doing weekly, we'll do shout out. There's a section called shout out, which means we'll be asking you one week for the following week or the week after, kind of like letters to the editor, but instead you'll do a quick little video or an audio, or you can type it out or send it in, text it into us. But we'll be making that available. We'll have next week, we'll be practicing by putting the number for the Live It Out live stream phone number and text number, and that if you want to send a direct message to us, we'll be putting that up in the email and all that, so that then the next following show or somewhere, one of the following shows, we can use those to answer. So if someone sends in a question or a comment that we can then respond to, and we'll do that on the show. So that's kind of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then we'll also be, I think I mentioned already, but just table talk. A lot of processing back and forth, just answering questions when people are bringing them in. And that'll be great.
And this is going to be kind of fun, too. We're going to be doing some giveaways each week. And we'll have different ways that you can submit your name or a comment or something.
Might do trivia night. Or,
it'll be different every time, but a little giveaway that will probably go along with whatever the subject is for that night too. Yeah,
like a book, a gift certificate, something like that we'll be giving out. Just as a fun way to interact. And
Eternal Impact merch.
Yeah, Eternal Impact merch. We need more of that.
I know.
We need some. We're not giving wine out, however, though. I see that Leslie, you said need more wine. Well. Sorry, we do not provide the wine. So besides, Ken and Norm are on here, and we gave them some wine recently, and then we tried. It wasn't that great.
I'm sorry, Ken and Norma. That one was
bad. Yeah, not so good. But anyway, no wine. But we will be interviewing on another time this great ministry called Adventurous Apologetics. Yes, we will, Ben. That will happen. And we will also, we need to do a special live stream on all the channels for Ben, for Adventurous Apologetics, but we'll work with that as well. And then we're going to close out the night just before we do with dad jokes.
Dad jokes. My favorite.
Yeah, I do love. Anything you got?
Yeah, something? I've been wondering, why do koalas...
No, you gotta talk to that mic, because you're backing away, and then it's like it's not gonna pick you up.
That's because I'm trying to remember the joke.
No.
Why are koala bears not really bears?
I don't know.
Well, they don't koalify.
Okay. Okay.
You need your little laugh button.
All right. Yeah. Where is it? Oh,
Share
yeah,
some
okay.
love.
All right. Okay. Another. You want another? You have another one for that?
My boss was asking me, why am I always sick on work days?
Really? What'd you tell him?
Well, it's probably my weekend immune system.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Oh man. Okay. Oh, do the fair one I told at Mission Community the other night.
I thought we couldn't.
No, not that one.
Oh, I don't know which one you want.
The janitor.
What is it? What does the janitor say when he comes out of the closet?
Supplies. That's good. All right. Those are crazy. All right. Well,
Leslie's
listen.
having a hard time with all of this.
Too much
We
for your
shouldn't be
offspring to
on
handle.
the
Oh my
internet.
gosh, we shouldn't. Groans. I like that. Groans. All right. Well,
Hey,
listen.
if you have a better dad joke, submit it now, and I'll share it next week.
We will be having people submit dad jokes, so you will not have to ugh and groan too much. Well, you probably will, because that's kind of part of dad jokes. You really
Well,
should
that's the
only,
whole point.
yeah, you should really only have, 1 out of 3 that's good. The other ones, just you're groaning your way through. Anyway, so I won't tell any more dad jokes right now, but we're gonna wrap up our time for tonight. But I just want to make sure that you guys know that we need any type of feedback. We're going to be, next week going through the flow a little bit differently, and then working out the bugs on some, technology. Boy, I can't even say technology. So on the technology, and then we're also going to ask that when you're coming on during the practice time, try and check, as you did in the beginning here, YouTube, Eternal Impact's Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. We'll test there just to kind of see how it's going, and then delete it. And then the same on that group. And if you want to be a part of the group, just send us a text or whatever on Facebook, or a message through Facebook Messenger, and we'll just send you through that test group. One thing that I know I got to figure out how to do too is, and maybe I'll ask this as our last question. My volume, Penny says, my volume is up all the way on my Mac, and I usually don't have to have it up full on YouTube. Okay, that's good to know. I think we probably need to, we're going to work on the audio for next week, because I've got the gain pretty high on this mic, and I might just put a line booster on this and get it up a little more, because especially for your voice as well, or we'll add another mic. Yeah, we'll add another mic, and we'll get it. Eventually, we're going to there's these really cool wireless lapels that we can take with us. But hey, we'll until then, we'll deal with what we got. Grouping sounds good, but overall volume needs to be up higher. Okay, great. That's fair. That's good. And I don't think I have a master.
This is why you guys are so important.
Yeah, it really is. It really is important. So okay, we'll work on that one. We'll test it, and we'll see what we can do. Last question. I was just going to ask something. I don't remember what it was.
Don't forget to share and subscribe, and what else? Follow on Facebook.
Yep.
Because that will help you know when we're going to be coming on live.
Yeah, and really, you just do that through. If you're already following Eternal Impact, we're going to be putting it there, so you'll know it'll come up there. And if you've already on YouTube, if you haven't, just click the bell, and the bell gives you reminders. That's an alert. That's like an alarm. And it will send you out alert to let you know, hey, it's coming up, live streams in an hour or whatever. And then if you subscribe, that not only super helps us, but it also helps. What's this? What does this
Look
mean?
up. You're
Look up.
down
Yes,
here.
that is what it was.
Is.
That was the thing I was going to ask. Okay, but do subscribe on YouTube. That's what I was going to ask. We're struggling with placement of the we've got a camera up here, but when our computer's down here, we have a hard time looking up. So that's my last question. That was my last question to ask.
Thank you, Roger. You're very sweet.
Thank you, Roger. Whatever you said. What did you say? I didn't even see. Since Jennifer is eye candy. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Roger. That's a fair point. All right. So is it too distracting? Because a lot of times it seems to be acceptable when I'm looking down at the camera, even though the camera's up here, and it seems to be acceptable. But is it better? I mean, like when we're responding and giving an answer, we want to look at the camera. We want to be in the camera. And so I'm just kind of wondering, obviously we're looking at the camera right now. So this is shot 1. Okay. I'm holding my finger up, shot 1. If we do shot 2, okay, that's like I'm not quite looking. I'm looking down right there. I'm looking sort of at the camera, but I'm looking, kind of at the teleprompter screen. So that's number 2. Is that distracting? And then number 3 is down here. When we're looking down really at the camera, we're talking to you guys, we're seeing, but it allows us to be able to see not only the video, but allows us in 3 to be able to kind of see some of the other stuff on the screen.
Penny says, look at the camera.
So Penny's saying 1, look at the camera. You guys can just put even a 1, 2, or 3 in there if you want, which is better, or it doesn't matter.
It's distracting if you're looking down.
Okay. So Ken says Jennifer's right on the camera. John is looking down. Just, yes. I can't read it when it's
Look
up there.
into my eyes.
Let's see what I can do this. Let's just see if I can move. Oh, maybe we put the comments up here.
Ooh, that would.
Oh, man, they went
way
small,
too tiny,
didn't
though.
they? Let's see what I can do.
Need a magnifying glass to read them up
that's
there.
brutal.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, maybe
Well, we'll just have to glance down to look at the comments every
Okay, so
every now and then.
we've got not 3. Okay, I get that. Not 3. 1 preferable.
Looking at the camera.
2 acceptable. But 1 or 2. 1 or 2, not 3. Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. That's good.
So I'm going to have to work on my peripheral reading.
Peripheral
reading.
Well, let's also see if we can maybe enlarge those, because maybe putting those up there will be helpful. Seeing the screen, because right now I just moved the chat into the teleprompter, and that will help, when we're seeing that. So we'll work on that. Maybe bringing the big rover over to and putting the chats on that. But we just got to figure a way to do that, like when we're mobile, because when we're mobile, we're not going to have all this equipment, and we need to be able to go live with less.
You mean like when we're in New Zealand?
That's right, New Zealand or Sisters or Hawaii or Colorado or all these different places that we're lining up. And some of those people are even on here right now, which is just so cool. We're going to be spending time with these beautiful people. So, okay. So it looks like, yes, be casual. I bet you can adjust the font. Yes, we're doing that right now. Good call. And now
that font has to get bigger.
And now
all
look
the
like
time.
deer in the headlights.
Don't overdo it.
But it's okay to. I like that. It's okay to glance down, because that's kind of what I'm hoping. Sometimes you got to get some things down. You got to move it around. But then when we're talking, so I think when we're answering and doing Q&A, we're definitely gonna be on the camera. We're gonna be talking to you, the viewer. And some people we're finding, we'll look at the analytics, but some people are going to listen. Some people are going to just listen when they're cooking dinner or whatever. So
and
it won't be.
I can't say that I blame them.
Yeah, I can't. Well, you're the eye, as Roger said, though. We got eye candy here. So anyway, that all makes sense. Glancing down when we can. Don't look like the deer in the headlights. And yeah, okay. Well, we will be casual. That much is for sure. All right. Well, that was the last thing I want to know, is about looking at the camera and that. You know what? Since we got just a minute, let me ask one other thing. I want to test the sound right now. Can you hear? Last thing I'll think. Can you hear when I'm opening my water? Can you hear that? Because if you can hear that, you can hear other things. I just want to see if you can hear that in the background. You two are doing great. Thank you. Let us know if you can hear. Yep,
Yeah,
you can hear it. Okay. Yep. I'll get the audio figured out so that we are getting less of the ambient in the background. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Okay. We'll get it dialed in, and between now and next week, we will get the audio figured out and some lighting and some other things that we've written down here to do in our comments, and we'll be live on all those.
We'll try to brighten up our backdrop a bit.
Yeah, and feel free,
make
by
it
the
more
way,
interesting.
Yeah, and on the logo too. I mean, we just got this logo finished up here. If there's something that I don't know, any insight you got, go for it. Just let us know.
You mean this one?
Yeah, anything on there. If something needs changed, no problem. We're gonna end up having. I just took it off, so it's like, oh yeah, thanks.
Hey, look at you! Can see all of you now.
But Okay. So anyway, we'll there was a test on there. Oh, there it is. Oh, the live stream's up there now. Okay. Well, listen, you are loved by this crew right here. Thanks so much for hanging out for a little bit and maybe multitasking with us and listening and watching. Last thing is to pray. So please do pray with us. We don't want this just to be a cute little live stream. We really do want this to be an opportunity for people to grow in the gospel, to learn how to live out that gospel practically. And we need it. It's real life. It's living the gospel in real life. So we look forward to being on that journey with you guys. And, and I almost did. I looked again at the thing. I'm looking up now at the camera. We want to be with you guys. So we love you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we're gonna sign off. And anything else, Jennifer, before we?
No, just thanks so much, you guys. Appreciate you spending your hour with us while we're practicing. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, yay for you guys. You're amazing. And we'll make sure maybe a little rim shot for your dad jokes.
Ooh,
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's kind of cheesy. All right, but for now,
send in your dad jokes.
All right, signing off for now, you guys. Love you all. Dad jokes, send them straight to us. All right, bye-bye.